Hello everybody, it's SLUSHIE and welcome back to another movie review. Now today we'll be checking out Jason X.
He's here.
Okay, so wow. 10th movie. After Jason Goes to Hell and that amazing ending at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, what would be the first idea of a movie to make after that? How about Freddy vs. Jason? But instead, we have Jason in space. Jason X didn't need to happen. The creators of Friday the 13th and New Line Cinema was just greedy. Sean Cunningham forced them basically threw this movie into production as like a filler between Jason Goes to Hell and Freddy vs. Jason, which is crazy because Freddy vs. Jason came out I believe at least 2 years after Jason X, so it's really not that big of a difference. So if you would have excluded Jason X from the mix, it would have jumped from Jason Goes to Hell to Freddy vs. Jason, which still wouldn't make any sense because the look in Freddy vs. Jason is completely different from the look in Jason Goes to Hell. But that's besides the point. We'll get to Freddy vs. Jason another time. So, positives about this movie. It's got some good kills. Every kill in this movie is essentially hilarious. And they always tell these stupid jokes right after. It's like, guy gets put onto this like spike thing or screw type thing, this giant screw thing. And someone says, "Oh, he's screwed." I'm like, why? Was that necessary? And the reason why I guess I can understand this movie more so now is because it's a movie about Jason in space. It's goofy. It's stupid. So really, there's no way to make this movie without making it as cheesy as the movie itself. So if you try to take this movie serious about Jason in space, like I used to, you're gonna hate it, and you really should because the movie's bad. The movie's bad on its own, even if you do that. But it's even worse if you go into this movie trying to take it seriously because you won't succeed. This movie's impossible to take seriously. It's dumb and goofy as shit. But in that same right, it works. It works as the 10th film that literally was made for no fucking reason besides as a filler for Freddy vs. Jason. It's not as bad as some people make it out to be. Again, I don't love this movie. I never will love this movie because to me, again, it's too goofy. But I can understand it. I can understand the approach. I can also think of a million different ways you could have made Jason Space movie way better. Like maybe the government's finally taken control of Crystal Lake and they've captured Jason and they torture him. Show the torturing and stuff because that would be cool. Like watching them just go to ham on Jason, torturing him, all those different methods that they explain at the beginning of this movie. And then eventually realizing that they can't kill him. You put him in a spaceship along with several other people, like a whole crew, and go into outer space and try to blast him into the sun to, completely decimate him. And if something like that would have worked. Like I'd say maybe like make the first 40 minutes, maybe have some of the parts him killing at Camp Crystal Lake, and the government comes, sort of like in Jason Goes to Hell when the FBI just comes out of nowhere and ambushes him. Have something like that where the government, sort of ambushes him again, captures him, tortures him for a chunk of the movie, and then again they shoot him. They shoot him into space in a spaceship along with some astronauts and such, and a whole crew of people, and shit hits the fan as he breaks free from his captivity on the shuttle. I think that would be so much more badass, and you'd be able to take it way more seriously. But again, that's just my concept. I've always had that idea where that could have been made instead of this goofy piece of shit. But for what it is, if you're just sitting there having some drinks with your buds, this would be the ideal movie to put on. It's very fun to make fun of, and it's goofy. You're gonna laugh, especially if you're starting to get drunk off your ass. It'd be even better, or you're stoned or something. This movie's perfect for those scenarios. But you can also watch this sober and totally love it, or at least enjoy it. Like me, I can watch it and not totally want to stab my eyeballs out with a fork. It's just, do I want to watch it? No, I never really have the interest. If it's on TV or something and someone's watching it, I'll watch it because I love horror movies. But besides that, this movie would be a pass for me in that aspect. But it's such a confusing way to explain this movie, but I really don't know what I want to rank this or rate this movie. I mean, it's definitely not a 10, that's for sure, and it's definitely not worse than Jason Takes Manhattan. I I guess overall I'd rank this about a 5 out of 10 because again it's an iffy movie. for me. Like, I'd watch it, but I don't necessarily want to. And honestly, I don't have interest to watch it. So to me, that just automatically gives it like a 5. Because again, I can, but I don't want to. But if it's on, I will. So again, it's a very confusing way to explain my feelings for this movie, but it's a very dumb, ridiculous movie. Don't take it seriously, please. Do not make the mistake I'd made growing up, because if you do, you're not gonna like this movie. Um, but again, if you go into this just expecting a fucking hilarious horror comedy, mainly comedy with Jason Voorhees, then you will love this movie. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Jason X. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell to get notified anytime I make a video or stream. Keep up to date with the channels. I have some crazy going on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!